The Parish of the Holy Sacrifice is the landmark Catholic chapel in the University of the Philippines, Diliman. Known for its architectural design, the church is recognized as a National Historical Landmark and a cultural treasure by the National Historical Institute and the National Museum, respectively. The structure was designed by the late national artist for architecture, Leandro Locsin, which was only one of the 5 national artists who collaborated on the project. Alfredo Wino served as the structural engineer for the project. The church is adjacent to the UP Health Service Building and the UP Shopping Center and is serviced by all the university's jeepney routes. Locsin's design, which combines elements of traditional Filipino architecture with post-war international aesthetics, is a potent symbol of a newly independent nation following centuries of imperial control.
Leandro Locsin designed the church for the Osorio family in Negros, but when they left the country, the plan was scrapped. When Father Delany relayed to Leandro Locsin his concept of the church, Leandro Locsin adopted his previous design of the church and thus coming up with the final design of the circular church with a saucer-shaped roof, the pews situated around the altar in the middle of the church and with 12 entrances but no doors.
The concept of Father Delany was centered on the holy sacrifice of the Mass. For him, the Mass is everything in our lives as believers of God. He wanted the parishioners to be close with the priest every time a Mass is being celebrated, and thus having a concept of an altar at the center of a round church. He wanted the church to be open to everyone anytime they want to pray, to hear Mass, or to talk to God, thus having no doors so that parishioners can only see entrances, encouraging them to go in anytime. Father Delany commissioned the help of 4 artists who eventually became national artists to help him materialize his concept of the church.
Locsin chose the round plan as the most suited for giving the congregation a sense of participation in the Mass. The center of the plan is the altar, which is elevated from the floor by 3 steps. The separation of the choir and congregation was dissolved through this design. The ceiling of the concrete dome church was left bare, and a dramatic use of colored lights marked the changing seasons of worship.
The cross by Napoleon V. Abueva symbolizes the 2 figures of Christ, Christ the victim and Christ the priest. The marble altar has the Sermon on the Mount on one side and a scene of a priest standing with the parishioners and a nun teaching small children.